Hey everyone, Techne here with a gaming keyboard review. Now coming off of that Arctix Pro review, I promise this one's going to be a lot shorter and a lot cheaper. The keyboard we have today is the MageGee gaming mechanical keyboard right here. It uses blue switches and it only comes in at 25 bucks. Let me show you and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so as far as those close-ups, not bad, right? And again, we're talking 25 bucks. And this sucker has some weight to it, like some serious weight. Like I'm not too sure what's going on because it's plastic on the back and it's plastic underneath the keycaps, but this sucker is really heavy. Now, as I stated earlier, as you can see, this keyboard is using blue switches, and I believe you can only get it in blue switches. Now, the blue switches on this board, they're Jixian or Jixan, I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. And honestly, this is my first time using, or heck, even hearing about this kind of switch, you know what I mean? And again, they sound just like all the other blues. They are a little bit different, maybe a little more scratchy and quite inconsistent across the board, you know what I mean? Let me give you a quick sound test. So I mean, they sound great and they feel great. Again, they just feel and sound just like every other blue. The only thing I've noticed, again, when I've been playing a lot with it, is like some key would be a little more smushy than the other key, or a little more tactile than the other key. You know, and across other blue switches I've used before, they've been pretty much, you know, the same across the board. This, and I'm not talking just spacebar, like if I press it down here or whatever, that it's, you know, feeling a little bit different. Because honestly, down here on these spacebar, speaking of that, as you can see, it uses the Mach switches to do for the stabilizers, and that's across all your other keys. So that feels fine and everything, but again, it's just each key alone right there, some of them will feel just a pinch different. It's not like this massive amount, like, oh wow, that one's super smooth and that one's super clicky. It's nothing like that by any means. Again, you gotta play on it and really kind of just really spend some time with it, and then you'll start noticing it. Now, one other thing, talking about the keys while we did that sound test and everything, I'm not sure how well you guys can pick this up in the camera, but take a look at the key right here. Yeah, see, I don't think you guys will be able to pick it up very well. Let's get down on one of these lower ones. Do you guys see how much that's moving around? You can see it a little bit right there, how much that key moves around. And that is every single key. Every key moves around like that. And that was probably the biggest bummer to me, because I'm in there getting some Battlefield on, getting some heated moments and whatnot, you know, just going at it. And honestly, I caught my fingers kind of sliding around a little bit, you know what I mean? And that's not the texture of the keycaps by any means. Again, it's how the keycaps just kind of wiggle. It's just a very pinch right there. But I noticed it, and yes, it did affect my gameplay a little bit, you know? So I don't know, you kind of got to think about that. Like, is that really going to affect you right there? I don't know. For me, it did, and I didn't like it. Now, one other really cool thing I like about the keys, actually, which I tried to show you in the close-ups right there. I'm not sure if you were able to really catch it. You might want to go back and just double-check right there. But check out the flow of the keys right there, especially the space bar. You can see it kind of rolls up a little bit right there, and the rest of the keys just kind of roll with it, too. So it fits really nice in the hand. Again, the space bar rolls down just to squeeze right there. So whenever you're hitting at it, you don't got to really lift your hand up and go up and over, you know what I mean? Everything just kind of rests right there in place. Very, very nice and comfortable. Now, speaking of the keys, it does use double shot keys right there, which is really nice. So there's not just that basic cheap sprayed on that'll wear off in you over time. So again, so far we got some pretty cool features in this guy for 25 bucks. Now, as you saw here, I do have the red LED version. It does come in an RGB one as well, but I think it costs a few bucks more. You know me, I'm always down to save some money, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's not the brightest. I mean, it's there. Like, this is actually the brightest setting. Sure, I got my lights on right there and everything, but still, even with the lights out, it's not really just this most vibrant, but it works, and it works for me because I don't want my lights really blinding or, you know, shining off my monitor. So again, it's right there and it does work. As far as effects, and this kind of stinks, in a little manual that they give you right here, which is absolutely pointless, it tells you to press function and then the scroll lock up there, and then it'll start doing this little effect right there. And they say to cycle through each effect just to keep on pressing that. So I'm like, well, shoot, I keep pressing, it just goes back to one to the other right there. and I couldn't find any information on it anyways, right? So I just start function, smashing all sorts of random buttons. But anyways, what you have to do is hit function and then your A selection. Like you got A, 1, 2, 3 right over there. And then you can cycle through different effects. As you can see right there, we got WASD lit up and everything. And then again, when you cycle through each of them, you can get different type of effects. But it's all in red, and you pretty much have those 7 to choose from. So again, it's function scroll lock, and then function your A1 through 6 right there to get all your effects. And then as you can see right there on your arrows, you have your brightness control and then your speed control. All right, now one other thing talking about the RGB or the R right here on this guy that really annoys me actually, and I just cannot stand it at all. So as you see right here, I have the lights off, but this little deal is lit up over here, the little logo bit, and it is so stinking bright. Like, even if I, like, right now, sure, with the lights on, it doesn't look that bright. You're probably like, what are you talking about, man? It doesn't look that bright, you know? But seriously, when you got the lights out and you're just gaming and you just, dim the lights on your keyboard a little bit, which is what I like, this sucker over here is, like, blinding. Like, no matter what, it's right down here and you can always see it. And it is so stinking annoying. Like, I want to go get a piece of tape and put it over it, you know what I mean? So, that is kind of a stinker right there that doesn't adjust with the rest of the lights. All right, now showing you the bottom of the board here. As you can see, you have some rubber feet right here on each corner right there, and then your feet pop out and you have a little rubber right there. And again, this guy does not budge on you because, again, like I stated in the beginning, this sucker has some serious weight to it. What I really like on this, and I wish every board would use this, even some of the higher end ones, and you really don't find it that often, but I love the wire director right here where you can just bring it over to this side, bam, pop it in there. So whichever way your desk is, again, you can route it there just to kind of be out of your way. All right, so all in all, my take on the MageGee gaming keyboard, again, 25 bucks, guys. The reason I scooped it up on Amazon, number one, that price was fantastic. It was mechanical, double shot keys, right? I mean, it almost had 5 stars. I think it was like 4.5 or something. There's so many fantastic reviews, And sure, I think it's solid. Again, let's look at that 25 bucks. Is it the best keyboard you can get? No. Is it the best keyboard you get at 25 bucks? Not too far off, you know what I mean? The two things I cannot stand, that little bit of key wobble right there, but that may not affect you at all. But again, for me, I didn't like it. And then the stinking light over here, like that really annoyed me. That probably annoyed me more than the key wobble, maybe a little bit, because it's always there and I always noticed it no matter what I was doing, But all in all, again, at 25 bucks, I think it's a good deal. Again, is it the best? No, but at 25 bucks for a mechanical keyboard, not too shabby. But hey, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this one. I promised I'd keep it a little bit shorter than that Arctix Pro one. Hot diggity dog, that was a long review. So I promised to keep this one a little bit shorter. I don't know, the next one might be long too, I don't know. But again, I highly appreciate you stopping by. I really do. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for some future tech videos. Hey, I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now.